It's been a pretty quiet 18 hours. Not a whole lot of news, not a whole lot of movement in charts. We're getting a little bit of red creeping in because of this, because obviously we're still in an uncertain time in the market. Now, that being said, there are some things that we do need to talk about. There was actually an announcement yesterday that kind of hints at what we have been discussing for a long time. Need to cover an announcement that's taking place today. Need to talk about actually a bullish cross that we just saw. Will this repeat what we've done the last several months here? And we also need to actually talk about something funny that I think everybody might get a kick out of. So if you are new or haven't already, show your support for the channel down below. Hit that subscribe button, that bell. It's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. So we did close yesterday on a nice solid green note. We were actually up 4.7%. We actually closed basically this hammer candle in terms of ADA. It's not quite a hammer because we didn't close quite at the top, but it's still a nice bullish recovery candle nonetheless. And now we're seeing a little bit of retest going on. You're seeing ADA actually sit right on top of that rainbow regression curve. Not really that surprising. So again, it's a question of, are we going to come down and retest here? Will we get some more bearishness and retest the bottom of our trend? Or are we instead going to actually bounce and retest the top here, maybe get a slight rejection here before trying to break out and fight this 20-day moving average? We'll see what happens. Again, the market right now, it's all moving together. If we look at something like BTC, for example, BTC is doing the exact same thing. You guys can see a nice bounce and recovery candle, almost closing on a hammer candle as well. Little baby retest there, not really surprising. Actually retesting the bottom that we saw back here on October 10th. So we'll just have to be patient and wait and see how the day plays out. There's enough volume going on. There is some news or an announcement that's taking place today that could cause some volatility. We'll discuss that more in just a moment. But BTC dominance retesting its trend here after getting rejected above 61%. Last time we saw this, we came actually all the way back down, tested the bottom of our trend. So maybe we're on the path to do this, get down to maybe 59.5%, which could obviously cause a little bit of a relief rally for altcoins. But we're going to have to just watch and wait and see. And I'm sure everybody's tired of waiting. I know I am, but it's kind of where we're at right now. We're in an uncertain market. BTC, here's the thing. Institutional players, for the most part, started to accumulate. Who's not accumulating yet? BlackRock. So that's kind of who we're waiting for here to really kick things back, move in the opposite direction in a more confirmed way. They actually dumped $375 million, which actually enveloped the entire addition of all other institutional players. Same thing on the Ethereum side. All right, 146 million dumped by BlackRock, which led to a $118 million outflow day. So institutional dumping is still pretty heavy. Retail's absorbing this fairly well, but we'll have to wait and see what takes place today. Maybe this will flip, maybe it won't. Do want to mention that right now, open interest in terms of assets around the space still staying incredibly low. We're actually still fighting some of the lows throughout 2025 here. So everybody's still spooked. That's the biggest confirmation that you need to know about this. So kind of is what it is. Now, that being said, in terms of ADA, we did actually get something take place over the last 24 hours. That is a very promising sign. This is a bullish cross on daily stochastic RSI. Now, again, for those that aren't familiar, this tends to lead to us seeing some sort of rally, some sort of pump off of this. They could be short, they could be longer. I will say we've had some times here where we've gotten some short relief rallies and then gotten rejected and pushed back down. In fact, we've seen this a couple times here recently. For example, back in August, we got our bullish cross and then rejection back down, which obviously sent us lower in terms of price. Saw this actually back here in July as well. Looked like we were recovering and got pushed lower. Saw this back here in May, got pushed lower. And this isn't to scare people. Just understand that this isn't totally confirmed bullish yet. It's good. We want to see these crosses taking place. It's a step in the right direction. But if the market decides to freak out, if people capitulate more, if we get a big surge of long interest, of open interest, and that gets liquidated to the downside, that's obviously going to bring us to lower prices. All right. At the same time, you could see things start to move the opposite direction, just like we've talked about many times before. Now, that being said, we did get a big announcement yesterday. $7 trillion Charles Schwab CEO Rick Wurster says the company plans to launch crypto trading in the first half of 2026. So this is what we had been talking about for years now. The manipulation that we're seeing in the market, it's all to allow this stuff to happen, to allow these large entities to get into the space, to get the payroll systems in place, the on-ramp, off-ramps, the exchanges, the ETPs. the signs just keep popping up left and right that the reason they're holding things back is to get all their infrastructure in place so they can capitalize on new retail coming into the market. It's as clear as day. But yeah, that's just another big confirmation that that's what we're dealing with right now. Now, that being said, there is an announcement that's going to be taking place today from the Oval Office at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 10 a.m. Central, which is my time. And nobody knows what it's going to be about yet. It could be about the economy. There's been some speculations about that. It could be about the government shutdown, which there was a vote that took place, I think, a day or two ago. Again, we're still in a shutdown, which obviously calls into question now the jobs report that we were supposed to get on Friday. So we're kind of, again, just stuck in the wait. Now, I'm sure you guys are exhausted. I know I am, but you know, we need to keep covering these things, need to keep talking about them, because eventually things are going to break wide open and it's going to get very lively in the market yet again. Now, something I thought was pretty funny. I don't know if this is just a general thing but you know how often I've said I'm not your therapist. That's not what I'm here for. Coincidentally enough, an advertised ad that I found just searching for Cardano on YouTube is a therapy advertisement. So maybe they're suggesting that we all need therapy and need to get our mental health in check. And maybe we do. Anybody that, again, continues to be emotional, you got to leave it at the door. There's no place for feelings in finance. I think right now the market has calmed down pretty significantly. A lot of people have, again, gotten to that, we'll call it depression phase of the psychology of a market cycle. So that's at least promising, because that happens at bottoms. So I appreciate you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. That's all I got for you in this one, but we'll see what the day brings. Have a great day. Show your love below. Catch you guys in the next one. Take care.